So very quickly, before I'm in Beach Hill, so like old times, I'm waiting for Neil. Not that I'm always waiting for Neil, it's just I'm in Beach Hill meeting with Neil for a ride. But as usual, being a YouTuber, I get a lot of stick from people that get upset that I've on a product. But when I'm only talking about my experience of a certain product, so for me it is an experience and an opinion, and I try to keep it as fact as possible because it's my experience. And I always try and say that your experience and your opinion may differ. I don't always say, I didn't say it on the Hambini video because I'd give you all the story. I've been through the rigmarole of going through all the crap. But I got one comment, so I've had about 1400 views on it, and I've got one comment or a barrage of comments from the same guy, and I thought, let's go through these comments because his experience is non-existent and what he's turning around to say is an absolute pile of shit. So I thought, let's have a chat about that. How you doing? All right. Nice classic. See, that's how I used to sit on a bike. No wonder my bloody back was sore. I much prefer the upright. Even this the Amonda's H1 is 0.5. Is it H1? 0.5 H1. Oh, I've taken the sticker off. Anyway, I'm going to hand you over to James indoors because we can put the comments and I can read the comments out. But you know, I appreciate that there is the keyboard warriors out there, and even part of the comment he talks about retaining compound a lot, all right, which to be honest fucking Loctite, all right, and my Press Fit 30, I had that Loctite glued into the frame 3 different times and it never worked. But anyway, I'll hand you over to James. I might do some onboards with Neil because here he comes, look. Here he comes, look. We're 2 injured, non-fit, knackered already. Hello. Sometimes I don't know if I'm talking to an absolute complete imbecile or someone trying to debunk me, all right? And this set of comments from my Hambini video, it's hilarious, and I will stay calm, even though it's hilarious. So let's pick this comments apart, shall we, and see where we get to, because I want your advice on this, because am I living under a Martian rock? So there's a barrage of comments by this one guy, and I'm not going to hide his name, right? So here you can see, so I've had a comment from a guy, as you can see there, and I thought the whole point of a threaded BBs was to fix the creaking problem. What is creaking on your T47? I haven't got a clue what was creaking on the T47, but I know it's the T47 that was creaking. It was maybe the bearings, it could have been the plastic casing. Anyway, it was a pile of shite, all right? As I said in my next comment, it was a pile of shite. I had bearings replaced. I even put in Hambini's bottom bracket and had no noise. So it was the Praxis T47. Hope you work for Praxis. So he carries on. Well, creaking with press fits were from the contact between the bearings and the BB shell. No fucking shit. An easy fix was to use a retaining compound to stop the movement between the two surfaces. A retaining compound? You mean Loctite? You mean glue? Retaining compound is a nice word for Loctite and glue. The T47 is just a bearing in an inner threaded shell, so perhaps the same solution could be applied. My BB90 is still going strong with many miles. Now, as soon as I saw that comment, I figured I mentioned the BB90 and the BB95, didn't I? And I haven't got much experience on that, but when I had problems with my PressFit 30, the talk was about the PressFit 30 and the BB90. So I'm wondering, did I upset this guy? Because I upset a lot of people with my opinion and my experience, and they get upset about that. So I thought, okay, whatever. So anyway, we'll go back to the easy fix, because I'm sure it wasn't an easy fix unless I am the only one that had the problem. Because I write, an easy fix, what planet have you been living under a rock on? This is great. Your experience counts for all. Thanks, this comment alone deserves another video. From that point on, I'm thinking, do I make another video? Anyway, so he has to come back because the male ego is, how dare you? I'm right. This is why marriages don't last too long, because your ego gets in the way. Just tell her she's right. You'll be fine. Again, a creaking caused by the movement. Eliminate that movement. Fucking hell. And no more creak. I wanted to do a little run around the garden as though I was all really happy, but I can't because this is just, it's just absolute balls. Not just myself, but anyone who was able to identify the problem solved it with retaining compound, Loctite and glue, by the way. One issue is that you may or may not know is people using grease instead, which does little to nothing. If retaining compound hasn't worked for you, then you are the one under a Martian rock. I'm staying calm at this point. I am calm. I'm calm. If you claim creaking is caused by something else, or a retaining compound doesn't work to eliminate movement between two surfaces, feel free to elaborate. All you're doing is yelling about stink when you didn't check the pants first. I am calm, all right? I'm calm. I'm calm. I'm going to be calm. I'm going to be calm. So anyway, look, for your information, watch some of Hambini vids and map deck vids. Then you'll see it's not as easy as you described. I had the PressFit 30 fucking glued into the BB and the shite still creaked. So please don't make out it's that easy. Otherwise the world of shite, PressFit and BBs would be a different story altogether. Am I right? Am I right? Why did Specialized, Mr. Taylor, why did Specialized go from the PressFit 30 to then making all of their, I'm calm, all of their bottom brackets threaded? Because they creaked to fucking hell, all right? Because Loctite and glue wasn't working. Anyway, it's just a matter of gluing them in. Come on, man, for crying out loud. Thank you for making my day, but believe me, that is easy as you're saying, but thank you all the same. Anyway, the ego is oozing out of this guy. Extinguish movement, that is all. Creak means movement, so you'll glue the wrong surface. Right, I didn't glue anything at this point. And if you'd have watched my video all the way through, you'd have noticed that I said that Specialized had glued it in. Please don't act like it is. Watch Hambini and others fix it with ease and little common sense. So at that point, I'm thinking Hambini doesn't glue anything. That's not how Hambini works. It doesn't bring out a pot of glue. Hello, Hambini fans. Pot of glue. We're in the know. You still haven't have provided any additional information to support your point. At this point, I'm staying calm, all right? I am staying calm. Specialized themselves tried to fix my PressFit 30 with no success. To prove my point and give you some information, I changed the practice to the Hambini BB, and now the creaking has stopped. Simples, all right? There's my proof. Quiet bike. Hambini doesn't glue bottom brackets in. He engineers BBs to fit dodgy alignment issues, non-round and too small or too big BB holes because they're manufactured wrong. Now please go away. I'm getting bored of you now. I'm getting bored with him. I'm going to chew his face off. I then thought, I'm just going to make one more comment just to give him what he wants, because he obviously didn't watch the video all the way through and he needed to hear. What is quite funny here is that I'm trying to find out how you have any experience at all over creaking BBs. As you've stated, you have not had any problems, yet you think you know the remedy. No experience and no remedy. My experience of PressFit 30 was given to a specialised dealer twice and a concept store to try to glue the bearings to place, which did not clear the problem. The Trek was making a noise from the first ride, not tightened up properly by Trek was the excuse, but still a problem. And then they even put new bearings in, but still a noisy BB. I put a Hambini BB in place and straight away, no noise. There's the proof. Or are you going to debunk that? Or are you working in the industry and don't like me calling out the industry? Please don't comment again, as this is all you need to know. Take care. I'm trying to be polite. Why do I try and be polite to idiots? So you watch Hambini measure out, check the alignment. So you got the bottom brackets are like this or like this. You've got a hole that isn't a hole. You've got a hole that's too small, a hole that's too big. And that's all he does. He just goes, that's all right. We'll get the glue. Hand over the glue. And Matt Deck as well. We watch Matt Deck videos where he's cutting out. He cuts out little tiny bits of carbon in the bottom bracket to make it round where it's not round. He defaces the front of the BB because obviously with paint and everything, so then the actual bottom bracket will sit proud. And then he has that tool which is an alignment tool. Oh my God, please comment down below. Do I take these things to heart or too personally? Because when I actually sit in front of a camera and talk to people, I actually talk to you about my experience, my factual experience. It's as fact as it is ever going to be. I don't lie. I don't sit here and talk out of my arse, because it's not what I'm about. So if I've had some experience about something, I'm happy to sit and talk to you about it. It's not my opinion. As he said when he said, I thought threaded BBs. Yeah, you thought. Why didn't you just say, I think I know, or I presume? Because you shouldn't presume. Anyway, it's a short video. I wanted to get, it's more therapy, all right? There's more therapy to YouTube. Because at one point, I wanted to bang my head against the wall. Not his, mine. Because I thought I was going mentally derangingly mad. I was going to call the guys with white coats. They're coming to take you away. Comments down below. Don't forget to give me a like. It's just a quick video. I'm getting fed up. I upset people because of their ego. It's not because of my opinion. It's because of my experience. And I upset you because of your ego. It's fuck all to do with anything else. It's your ego that's upset. And you have to come on and go, Ugh! I've had a product and it's worked for ages. Well, it didn't for me. Make a fucking video about it. Lots of love. I'll see you on the road very soon.